So this is going to be my recap for what is it? Tuesday, 31st March. Took 1L today. Okay, so let's go through what happened. Yesterday we had this bearish move down, so my bias for today was bearish. However, during when we opened, we took the previous day low, then we closed above the series of down close candles that made it, so this one. So we had a bearish change instead of delivery. That's kind of the bias and validation framework I use. So I was bullish. Then we had the news during Asia session, which caused this huge move up. So I knew that either today during New York session, we were either going to get a continuation of this move or a reversal. Okay, let me just fix this up real quick. So what I was looking for is I was looking post London session. We had not only London session but pre-market London and some of Asia session just consolidated. So I was waiting for a sweep of the consolidation and then distribution upwards, and I would enter longs on the distribution. That was kind of the ideal plan, or a breakout of the consolidation range and then a retest. So let's start with gold. We did kind of get that here. I mean, not kind of, we did get that. We got the manipulation of the range and then closure above. Now, there were kind of two trades I was going for. Well, not two trades. This was supposed to be the original trade and long up to here, which is, no, it's not previous day highs, but that's what's projected from this manipulation. So this was kind of my ideal trade I would have wanted to take today. So we had this manipulation, we had a change instead of delivery to the upside here. However, I realized that this is a very big move, 2.4% on gold. I mean, we did get this. However, normally gold doesn't move that much. So if it were to move that much, we wouldn't have time to retrace all the way back here and then go up here. We would just start ripping. So I realized that's not an ideal trade. So here during market open or pre-market London, pre-market New York, we had this area of accumulation. We did have a sweep of that area and a closure through the down close candles that made it, and I kind of wasn't paying attention here because ideally the trade I should have taken was something like this, just enter off the 50% range, I mean the 50% of this displacement, and then target, you know, this or this for some crazy RR. However, I wasn't paying attention here, and instead the trade I wanted to take was this, on the 15-minute, and my entry was somewhere around here, and I only placed this trade after the first 15 minutes of market open, so obviously that didn't get filled. Yeah, so for gold, I mean, I could have definitely been paying more attention here. I feel like this was a pretty big missed opportunity. Yeah. And I mean, another thing I could have done was on the hourly, just enter from the hourly straight as this happened, and then, you know, target this and partials, whatever. So that was gold. Okay, fucking US30. I mean, the setups for this were pretty good, but I lost because of news. So we done a similar thing to gold, where during Asia we displaced our London accumulation. Then pre-market, we had this manipulation move. We had displacement up, another consolidation. And then during market open we had this manipulation of the pre-market accumulation, and we did have displacement up. Now initially I wasn't gonna enter this because it just started ripping, and I didn't think that it was gonna go all the way back here, because I wanted to enter off the change in state of delivery and then target that or whatever. However, I changed my mind, and I placed this trade because I thought it was looking pretty good. Now we had news at 3:34 that fucking Iran's gonna bomb US facilities in an act of retaliation, and I got stopped out, and then yeah, it just started ripping. So I don't know. I mean, that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, what are you gonna do? That's kind of what you expected if you're gonna trade in this time. Now I didn't take any trades on S&P or Nasdaq, just because they weren't really doing too much. I mean, there wasn't an entry. We did have this pre-market, London session accumulation. However, neither really swept any liquidity for me to be able to consider taking a trade on it. Instead it just started ripping. So in general, I'm not too upset about today, because I mean, there's really not too much to be upset about. Like, I got stopped out because of news. I did have the right idea on both US30 and gold. I mean, I could have just been paying more attention to gold, really. Honestly, not much I'm seeing here. Yeah, not much I could have done here, because it just started ripping. So okay, that's that.